Hello, Itzzwan here, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing something different because we're just going to have a chat, really. What I'm going to be talking about today is the controversy surrounding Dr. Gigova, who, of course, is the new rescue card's Kerry's sister, and we're just going to delve into that. So, for all context, what happened is, of course, on the 5th of March, it got announced that a new card called Dr. Gigova would be entering the game, and she would be available through a special pack. And that's not really anything too uncommon, because, of course, in the past few months, we've had a few other cards, but this just kind of rubbed me in the wrong way, and I'll kind of delve into why. Like I said, this is something which has happened quite frequently throughout the months. So first instance, from what I can remember, was, of course, when we had Sean Ross. I think he was available in a special pack. I don't remember the details of that, but at least from what I remember, you had the Rift Race which went on, you had the promotion with Alpha League Racing, and he's been available through, I think, Coliseum and also through ELO missions, so at least he's been somewhat available, which is good at least. You didn't necessarily just have to buy the pack to try and get Sean Ross. Next up, we had Nadia, who came into the game, the new Hive leader, and she was available in a special pack which was around for only 24 hours. I did end up buying the packs because at that time I needed Clint's, and I thought, why not, let's just go for it. But again, alongside her being released in a pack, you had the black market missions, regular missions, and even now there's been other means of getting her available. Next up for the unique cards which got released was Kendus, and this was a interesting one because he was only available for a period of time, only in rainbow packs. And I like it because the first dude who commented on this post said, "Is this some sort of joke? Spend 6 credits to have a 0.9% chance of winning this card." And turns out that wasn't even correct, as Stomper WMD highlighted. The odds were closer to 0.02%, which is a bit crazy. Sure enough, you can make the excuse of, it's a fairly cheap pack, you're only paying 6 credits, it's not the end of the world, but yeah, you would, mathematically speaking, you'd have to open a lot of packs to have a good chance of finding the Kendus. Luckily though, of course, what has happened recently is both Nadia and Kendus have been made available in packs, excluding New Bloods, and even currently in game, of course, we've got the bot going on in DT, where one of the main prizes you can get is Kendus, and I think there's like a 10 or 20% chance of winning Nadia. So, once again, these are cards which, although it were heavily prompted that you should maybe try and buy these packs in the chance to get these cards, those weren't the only means of getting her. However, with Dr. Gigova, that just kind of went completely out of the window, because yesterday at 4 o'clock, what it got announced is that this card who had been out just over 24 hours was now all of a sudden going to be turning collector, and she wouldn't be available in packs at all. So that means, if you want this Dr. Gigova, the only chance you've got of getting her is buying this pack, which is 389 credits. I mean, I've not had to look through the table of cards. I think it's decent enough. I mean, you can get Nadia Kendus, Dr. Gigova. But even then, with that pack being 389 credits, to get one of those packs, if you've not got the credits on hand, you'd have to spend roughly about £11. And I don't know, it just kind of sucks that they're sort of pushing that as being the only way of getting this card. It is just kind of a shame, because not everyone can afford to buy credits. I can, and that's something which I choose to do because it's part of the content which I make. But I don't know, over the past few months, there have just been so many unique cards which have been released initially only through their own unique packs, and I don't know, it's just something which kind of rubs me the wrong way. I think part of it is kind of the frequency which has happened, because I'm trying to roughly remember, but I don't think in the past they did this type of stuff quite so often. And really, I don't want to be cynical, but it does just come off as kind of a cash grab move where you need to buy these packs, go spend credits, give us our money, or if you don't, you'll miss out on getting this card, which is now worth currently 90 million, which, would do me a lot of good in game. Yeah. So, just due to that and kind of down to my own decisions and kind of morals, I don't like the fact that they're kind of pushing the fact that you need to get this pack, and due to that, personally, I'm not going to be buying the surgical strike packs. Currently, the only way which I can see Urban Rivals really turning this one around is if they make her available through missions or if they have some sort of event going on, because to me it just seems really, really unfair if you've got a card where, I'm not saying this is the only way you can get it, but it's heavily prompted that you should go buy credits, spend your in real money to get this card in your game. Of course, at the end of the day, no one is forced to buy credits. It's completely a person's choice. If you've bought credits and opened this pack, I'm not judging you, honestly. You can feel free to spend your money however you like, but I don't know, I'm personally not interested. As for the future of the game, the new crafting system will be interesting. It'll be intriguing to see how that pans out. But like I said, really, I'm just hoping that they decide to bring out some missions and give us alternative ways of getting Dr. Gigova, because even if they'd waited, I don't know, a week or something to turn her into a collector card, that would have been a hell of a lot better than pretty much just over 24 hours is just a bit ridiculous. As Ronicolas has highlighted, they have kind of somehow outdone themselves with the pacing of Dunia CR, who, she was her own massive controversy. Yeah. We'll see how things go, but I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that because personally that's just something which kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and judging by the reaction of this thread, it's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. As for what happens in the future, we'll just have to wait and find out.